Chapter 14. Crash! The glass slipped from my hand and smashed on the kitchen floor. Orange juice trickled over the tiles and settled in a crack by the cabinets. Rats, I muttered. I grabbed some paper towels and swabbed at the juice. Be careful of the glass, Randy. Mom watched me, frowning. Are you feeling all right, honey? Sure. I tried to hide my face from her so she wouldn't see how nervous I felt. Saturday, the 10th of June, had arrived. I'd woken up that morning with a small, hard knot in the pit of my stomach. The knot grew bigger as the day went on. I tried to read. I tried to watch cartoons with Baby, but I couldn't sit still. I paced through the house like a caged animal. Randy, you're making me nervous, Mom said that afternoon. Why don't you run out to the store for me? I need a pound of ground beef. Run out to the store? Did she actually want me to go outside? I can't, Mom. Why not? It's a perfectly lovely day. You could use some fresh air. I don't feel like it. She plunked some money into my palm and pushed me out the door. Go, she ordered. 1 pound of lean ground beef. Thank you. The street seemed oddly quiet for a Saturday afternoon. Usually the neighborhood is full of kids out playing or whizzing around on their bikes. Not that day. There wasn't much traffic. I saw one man mowing his lawn, but mostly I had the feeling people were holed up inside their houses, especially the kids. I imagined them sitting nervously at home, storing up their energy. They'd need it for the game that night. No one wanted to be tagged by Pete. No one wanted to be it next year. Sarah called during dinner that evening. She almost whispered into the phone. Don't forget, the game begins just after dark. How could I forget? It's all I've been able to think about for weeks. Listen, Randy, Sarah went on. Suppose your crazy idea is right. Suppose Lucas really is Pete. All you have to do is stay away from him. He won't be able to tag you, now that you know. She's right, I thought. I'll just stay away from him, and I'll be fine. I'll meet you there, I said. Great. Sarah sounded relieved. See you tonight. I returned to the table. Baby wolfed down her meatloaf. I wasn't very hungry, but I tried to swallow a few bites of potato. I needed my strength. I could feel Mom watching me in that worried way out of the corner of her eye. Dad ate cheerfully. Big night tonight, huh? He said to me. Looking forward to it, Randy? I kept my eyes on my plate. Uh-huh. A good game of hide and seek. Sounds like fun to me. You'll be part of an old Shadyside tradition. Yeah. After tonight, you'll feel like a true citizen of the town, he went on. You'll bond with the other kids. It's like an initiation or something. Clearly, Dad didn't know what he was talking about. I wish he'd be quiet. Mom spoke up. It's not dangerous or anything, is it, Randy? No, I answered in a small voice. I hate lying to my mother. How could it be dangerous? It's a simple game of hide and seek. Relax, honey, Dad said. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. I want to play hide and seek, Baby demanded. When you're older, baby, Dad told her, your turn will come. I want to play now. Behave yourself, baby, Mom warned. You want to get sent to bed early? My name is Barbara. I set down my fork and watched Baby from across the table. It was weird to think that in a few years she'd be in my place. She gets on my nerves, but I hate to see her controlled by ghosts. She doesn't bother me that much. I pushed my chair away from the table. May I be excused? You've hardly touched your dinner, Mom noted. I speared a bite of meatloaf and popped into my mouth, just to make her happy. I'm full, I replied, chewing. I'm going upstairs to lie down for a while. As I left the kitchen, I heard Dad saying to Mom, I'm sure it's nothing, honey. She's probably nervous because she doesn't know too many of other kids. Don't forget, she's the new girl at school. That's right, I thought as I trudged up the steps. I am the new girl, and Pete likes new kids. We all gathered on the edge of the Fear Street woods. This part of Fear Street had no streetlights. Clouds shifted over the half moon. Some kids carried flashlights. From a distance, the lights looked like giant eyes. My heart raced. I wandered through the crowd of kids my age, hoping to find Sarah or Chris and Carla. I peered into people's faces, searching for someone I knew. They stared back at me. Our eyes would meet for a second, then dart away. I think everyone felt as nervous as I did. No one said much. Then I saw someone I knew. Lucas. He started toward me. "Stay away from me," I silently screamed. "I can't let him near me." I dodged away. I tried to lose myself in the crowd. I didn't know where I would hide, but it didn't matter as long as I avoided Lucas. Mr. Shriek, the boys' gym teacher, stood off to the side. He watched us, his face strangely grim. I wondered why he was there. Slowly, silently, more kids arrived. We hovered around expectantly. Everyone kept an eye on Mr. Shriek, as if waiting for some kind of signal from him. At last he waved his flashlight. We crowded around him. Mr. Shriek spoke in a low, solemn voice I'd never heard him use before. "Welcome, kids. As you know, tonight is the 10th of June, Pete's birthday. You are here to participate in an old Shadyside ritual, a game of hide and seek. Generations of Shadyside kids have played. You are following in the footsteps of your parents and grandparents. After tonight, none of you will be the same." Mrs. Shriek gave a creepy, mad scientist laugh. A couple kids snickered, but most didn't even smile. We listened to every word he said, more quietly and more obediently than we ever did at school. For the majority of you, the game would be just that, a game, Mrs. Shriek went on. But for one of you, there is a great deal at stake. I think you all know what I mean. My stomach flipped. Not me. Don't let it be me. The rules are simple. No flashlights allowed. You'll leave your flashlights here by the road. At the signal, you'll run into the woods to hide. We all turned our eyes to the woods. They stood deep, dark, and silent, ready to swallow us. He patted a huge, gnarled old tree. "This is home base. If you touch it on your way out of the woods, you're safe. But you must stay in the woods and hide for at least half an hour. No one is safe before half an hour passes." He paused. None of us moved. We waited to hear more. My heartbeat throbbed in my ears. At last, Mrs. Shriek spoke again. "I guess you all know who's it." No one said a word. We all knew. It was Pete's birthday. Pete was it. Mrs. Shriek cleared his throat. "Good luck to you all, and please be very careful." Someone struck a match. In the glow, I saw Sarah's face. She lit 12 candles. 12 candles on top of a big birthday cake. Two girls I didn't know helped Sarah lift up the cake. The candlelight threw weird shadows on their faces. Across the table at the top of the cake, scrawled in red frosting, I saw the words, "Happy Birthday, Pete." Everyone began to sing, "Happy birthday to you." I never heard Happy Birthday sung so grimly, but then I'd never been to a birthday party for a ghost before. I joined in. We sang very slowly. We're all secretly trying to put this off, I thought, to put off playing this game for as long as we can. The song ended. Everyone stood still as statues, waiting. Waiting for what? I wondered. What is the signal? I saw Sarah's mouth twitch nervously in the candlelight. Suddenly, the candles went out. Only I didn't see anyone blow on them. The woods were pitch black. The game had begun.